truth about dropbacks is you need really strong legs, very flexible shoulders and upper back, and they're a lot of fun. The other truth about dropbacks is you need to be able to do Urdhva Dhanurasana first, and I mean Urdhva Dhanurasana with the arms straight and the forearms vertical. So about those strong legs, I recommend practicing Urdhva Dhanurasana with a block between the thighs, just above the knees or a little higher depending on how tall you are and how wide your block is. With the block between your legs, you're going to squeeze, hug the midline very strongly, and that's going to keep your legs engaged, which will protect your lower back in the deeper back bend. The next thing we'll do for the strong leg action is place the block once again between the legs. So now it's the combination of hugging the midline, squeezing the block, but also taking the thighs back. Now, when I go into a back bending shape, the shape is that my thighs will go forward, but the action will remain thighs back, hug the midline and thighs back. That will look like this. Once you feel more powerful and strong in your legs, you'll feel more confident to bend back from a standing position. So now that you've got the action of hugging the midline with the legs, pressing the block back, we can go to the wall and start moving towards drop back. So standing about an arm's length from the wall, feet parallel, you might want to still use the block between the thighs. I'm going to do it without a block now. Hug the midline with your legs, take the thighs back. With curve in the lower back, tuck the tailbone. Powerfully from the pelvis, root down into your feet as you stretch up and touch the wall. Arms down, press the feet down and come up. So that would be like the first baby step towards the drop backs. The next step, walking the hands down the wall. I'll show you. So armpits away from the wall, chest to the wall. And once again, arms down. Use your strong legs to come up. So working at the wall, putting your chest to the wall, you'll develop that kind of flexibility in your shoulders and upper back. And then obviously the next step will be to move away from the wall and start doing drop backs. Now, I always found that was a pretty big transition to go from having a wall to suddenly having nothing at all. So here's something I used to use when I was learning. Place a mat or rolled up blanket under your heels. Having the heels higher is going to help you curl into your spine a little more, meaning your back bend will be a lot deeper and it will be easier to reach the floor. So with your heels on the roll, use your strong legs from the pelvis, push down into the ground and curl up through the head, through the upper back until you see the floor. And then you could just come down and rest on your back. Practicing at the wall and with the roll under your feet will help you get confident about curling back so deeply in your back bend that you can see the floor. Once you see the floor, you really only need to bend your legs a little as you stretch your arms out and then touch the floor. Now I'll show you the drop back without the roll and how to come back up out of Urdhva Dhanurasana. And you'll see that I'll come up on my fingertips. This will help me put more weight into my feet, which will make it much easier to stand up again. The standing up part is the part where you really need the strong legs we've been talking about. And the dropping back part is where we need the very flexible shoulders and upper back. So those were the strategies and techniques that helped me get into drop backs. I hope they'll be helpful for you. It took me quite a while, so do take your time and enjoy the journey. And I hope to meet you on one of my many journeys. I travel internationally teaching, and I love teaching dropbacks and backbends in particular. So maybe meet you there in a deep backbend sometime. Namaste.